What up, y'all? This your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm back with another Lucha Underground review. So, this show, we're gonna start this off. I'll try to stay in order. I really want to get into the juicy stuff first, but I'll just stay in order because it's easier for me to do it that way. So this show starts off with a Gift of the Gods title. One thing I just want to know is that all they got to offer Dragon Azteca Jr. this season. This is supposed to be the version of like Money in the Bank, except for you don't run out and cash it in with the briefcase and a referee come running out with you. You just come like the thing with Gift of the Gods is it's like you're supposed to announce the show before you cash it in. You're supposed to announce it to Antonio Cueto or one point Dario Cueto, but I'm supposed to announce before you cash it in and get your title shot to show advance, because they like to advertise and market it the title match instead of somebody running out the last minute and it's just some title match that's randomly happening and somebody won the title. They don't like doing it like that here. But I'm just shocked that every not week, but every time we see Dragon Azteca Jr., he has to defend his title. Like Money in the Bank, one thing is you don't always have to defend that. I'm just shocked because we didn't ever see this in other seasons where every time we would see the Gift of the Gods champion, they would have to be defending their title. I don't know. Some people call it out like they're just running out of ideas. I hope that's not the case. One thing I do like is it's giving certain people airtime, like Evilise. Now, one interesting thing I do want to mention is this is pretty embarrassing, seeing how Dragon Azteca Jr. is the guy that they've been trying to build up for how long. Rey Mysterio, he was his mentor, and he trained him and before the Aztec Warfare 2 back in Season 2, but he got his ass booed. The crowd had to turn on him during the match and cheer for Evilise. And what were they thinking anyway? Did they really think that people was going to boo Evilise or just doubt her? I mean, some people have a problem with intergender matches. I thought that this was pretty good. I thought it was pretty fair. This wasn't nothing bogus. This wasn't like an Evilise taking on like a Matanza or there'll be a sacrifice, but it wasn't even like an Evilise versus a Pentagon Dark or some like bigger character that's kind of psycho and dark or twisted or demented. No, the Dragon Azteca Jr., this is like he's like a pretty normal guy. His character isn't that like psycho, like a Mortal Kombat character or nothing. He's just an Aztec warrior, pretty much. That's what his character is. So, I didn't mind this match at all, but Evilise did her thing. The crowd, they had to turn on Dragon Azteca. Like halfway through the match, he had to start just cheering for Evilise. Felt bad for Dragon Azteca, seeing this is the guy they've been trying to build up. Speaking of which, one thing I do want to say is this is like, I like what they're doing here because they're still making the ladies look strong, even though they're not doing like a Evilise versus a Talia or Evilise versus I don't want to say Cobra Moon just yet, but this is like their version, I guess, of a woman's evolution, whatever words WWE is using. Meanwhile, they're having a UFC fighter as a current champion over there. But that's what that is. El Dragon Azteca Jr. won this match with it was the top rope leg drop he won, and Evilise, she almost crying, or she almost broke down after the match. The Ex-Alicious came out with Joey Ryan, and they pretty much offered her what I was calling out early. This is now a new trios team of Evilise, Ex-Alicious, and Joey Ryan. I called this out early. Yeah, so at least now we're getting somehow of Evilise now, possibly now in the trios team, and they're announcing that they're ready to take on the current trios tag team champions. And I'll get to that later on with my theory on that as we get to the end of the show. So El Dragon Azteca Jr., he kept his Gift of the Gods title for now. Till the next time we see him, he's going to be defending it again. Okay, so next we get another match. Well, this match, this picture was out early. So this wasn't, one thing though I will say is, if they're going to try to spoil us with, was the King Cuerno coming out and who is he going to face? Don't post these pictures on Facebook like hours before the show starts, because I already seen this picture on their social media. It was even on their Instagram, I think. Don't pull out these pictures and then you're going to bring out, was the King Cuerno like this is some kind of surprise. Who is he going to face? We seen this picture. I already knew it was Mil Mortez, because I already seen the picture. But, so this match was basically a #1 contenders. So one thing thing that's weird is, like, King Cuerno had attacked Pentagon. Now he's in the #1 contenders match to face, was Pentagon Dark. I just find it odd because I know Cage did the same thing. He attacked Pentagon Dark and got his title match that way. But fine, they're making now guys, I guess, fight to earn their title shots, which is good. This was just a straight out brawl. The referee Marty, not Marty the Moth, but the referee Marty, he was trying to break it up because he was just throwing so many punches. We didn't really get much wrestling moves. We just got a lot of fists being thrown. They even pushed the referee Marty down on the crowd, and they just kept on punching each other till they got to the stairs, like you see in this picture. And then Antonio Cueto came out and just, because they both got counted out, I think, or the referee Marty Elias, he just called it no DQ or whatever. He had to disqualify them both because they put their hands on him, which is weird because I thought there were no rules in the temple. But the match ended in no winner, basically, no contest. So Antonio Cueto came out at the top of the stairs and announced that there were no ties or draws or whatever in his, since he's running it now. So we get a triple threat. Now it's Pentagon Dark, King Cuerno, and Mil Muertes next week. So we're going to see a huge triple threat three-way for the Lucha Underground Championship. Now this is a match I like to see because back in Season 2, a lot of people liked it, the triple threat that had Pentagon, Mil Muertes, and instead of King Cuerno, it was Prince Puma. So now King Cuerno is going to be taking that spot, and I love to see what he's going to do because we kind of seen a little bit of King Cuerno handicap matches, the little Aztec Warfare, Royal Rumble match that they got, but we haven't seen much of him that much this season as far as like these type of matches where there's like for like a title on the line. We haven't seen much of King Cuerno in these type of matches where there's like a championship or something on the line. I know he was in a medallion match or something for the Gift of the Gods. He didn't win that, but I mean, it's good we're seeing him in something. Because they hyped the hell out of King Cuerno, I have to say, before the season started. So I figured at some point he was going to get a title shot. So that's what that is here. So next week it's a three-way championship match. And I'm looking more forward to this championship match with King Cuerno and Mil Muertes and Pentagon Dark more than I am with that Hell in the Cell. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. That shit sounds like a damn fucking... Sounds like some Tylenol treatment to put people to sleep. Ugh. But Lucha Underground, like I said, they have better, started writing people better, more interesting. So by the time we get to the main event, it is a trios tag title match. It is the Reptiles versus, they're calling them, I guess, the Super Friends or some shit, the Super Friends. Now, this team of Super Friends is Edo Star, Drago, and now the Walking Dead, basically Walking Dead of Fenix. Fenix can't even come out the same. Instead of him spitting out his water through his hands, his water was drooling. I'm like, well, what the hell is this? But one thing I will say, when I talk about the match, I almost forgot about it. Jake Strong came out and he threw out a challenge. He said that if they won, the Super Friends won the Trios tag titles, he's first in line to fight him. He said he doesn't even need partners. He said he wants to be a one-man, I guess basically army. He's going to be a one-man Trios tag team. He's going to take on Drago and Edo Star and even Fenix by himself. He said he doesn't need any help. And he got a lot of heat. This is the first time the crowd, I think, booed Jack Swagger, Jake Strong. Because he said something that's going to piss people off in this type of environment. He said, wrestlers always beat luchadors. That's just the wrong thing to say during this kind of show in this environment. And some people are still chanting strong, 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 strong. Some people were chanting after that, suck, suck. Like Jake Strong or whatever, Strong sucks. So he actually got heat, so he left. I think that one thing I will say with Jake Strong, his promo skills getting a lot better. Because in WWE, he did sound like a little robot over there. But maybe he's more hungry here. Or maybe he's allowed to be a little bit more loose. So we get the Reptiles come out. This match was really good. This was the best match on the show, honestly. Even though Evilise did her thing with the Dragon Azteca Jr. guy, that this match to me was really good. And I didn't even care for really what was going on in the match. I was just expecting to see what was Phoenix going to screw him up. Because I'm still sitting my theory that that's not Phoenix. It's Phoenix's body, but it might be Katrina's soul inside him. Or something went wrong with the crossing period of him returning from the dead. Something that Edo Star did wrong. Because one point in the match, he tried to tag, I think Edo Star, he hit him in the chest. And then when Edo Star tried to run past him and jump out to the crowd, Fenix did a damn super kick and he turned on his team. So I don't know if this is a heel turn or a heel turn. So now this is a darker Fenix. This is Phoenix Dark, like Pentagon Dark. So the Reptiles retain their tag titles. So now we have a odd Phoenix that's running around with. It's like his brain isn't really functioning. Some people are like calling this like Pet Cemetery. It's funny because this is what this show is really called, honestly. And then after the match, Melissa Santos tried to see what was wrong with him. He pushed her ass down on the ground. She had on a dress and shit, not trying to sound perverted. I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then El Dragon and Tekka Jr., like we haven't seen enough of him. He came back out trying to see what was going on. It looks like they're going to be setting up Phoenix Dark, or I don't know if I'm Phoenix Dark, but I will. Phoenix Dark versus El Dragon as Tekka Jr. At some point. I could just tell because he's getting a little bit too close to Melissa Santos. Everybody look like they're trying to get with Melissa on the show, but her real life guy, and that's Cage. Cage has nothing to do with her in this world or this universe or this comic book wrestling show. So yeah, Phoenix pushes Melissa Santos and El Dragon as Tekka Jr. came running out, and that was all we seen in the temple. And then Marty the Moth knocked on Antonio Crito's door. One thing I want to call out, where did they come from with the storyline of the Martinez siblings having money? Because Mary Poza paid for a Gift of the Gods title match, and so did Marty the Moth. Where did they come from with them being rich? I never heard of this before this season. Because if that was the case, why was he trying to kidnap and basically rape Sexy Star? If he has money, he can pay a prostitute or something. Maybe that's too much for the show, but I just find it odd if the Martinez siblings had money. Where did they come from that they were rich? They never put that in before until the season. But whatever. So, one thing I'm not liking is, why are certain people paying for Gift of the Gods title matches, but Evil East and Killshot didn't? And then Phoenix, what is wrong with his brain that he can't function straight? Because Jeremiah Snake doesn't seem to be functioning different. But then again, Cobra Moon brought him back. She basically has venom or something to bring back the dead. See, Aerostar brought back Phoenix. So there might have been something wrong there. Plus, Katrina was like sucking out his soul. So there might have been a big difference as far as when they both returned from the dead between Jeremiah Snake and Phoenix. Some people was calling that out. Why come Jeremiah Snake isn't like malfunctioning? He was brought back differently from Phoenix. You see what I mean? But this was the Lucha Underground review for episode 14, season 4. I don't know if I'll do a separate Hell in a Cell review because I don't really care for WWE. I don't want to just talk about them. I might either squeeze in some Lucha Underground talk, or I might save the Hell in a Cell review for next week's episode of Lucha Underground. But this is your boy Lucha Guy. I'm out. Peace. Hit like and subscribe.